Hey yo, it's a little bit dark in here. I had to pack up my apartment. My landlord was giving me some trouble. It's all sorted out now, but that explains the darkness and the weird angles today because I had to unpack my apartment and pack it back up. That's also why I didn't get to a few interviews and I'm so late. But I promised the New Orleans Saints I would get to this interview, and sorry man, I lost the transcript of the interview, the exact words of what you said, but I'm pretty sure I followed and remember most of it. So let's get to it. Um, I asked the Saints if he had any comments to Reggie Bush, because in the media, Reggie Bush just kind of seemed, he didn't trash talk the Saints, but he kind of seemed happy to be in Miami. And the Saints responded by saying Reggie's a good player, we wish him the best, and you know, Miami got a good player. Basically, I didn't see any resentment, any kind of true hatred there. I really do think they're ready to move on, and they got Darren Sproles, so there's no reason to think that Darren Sproles can't do the same kind of electrifying, shifty, punt returns, uh, little dump offs in the backfield and run the ball some. I mean, so there's no point in arguing the semantics and saying Reggie Bush was this and Dan Sproles is this. I mean, they're very similar, and I think Sean Payton can use both of them. I think he can use Darren Sproles, pardon me, like he used Reggie Bush. I asked him with the logjam at a running back if they're going to become more of a running team more than a passing team, because when they won the Super Bowl and since Drew Brees really hit the map as one of the premium quarterbacks, that team is more of a passing team. That coach is more of a creative wide receiver set type of guy with his crazy offensive sets and he said with the draft and getting Mark Ingram and now adding the aforementioned Darren Sproles and obviously having a productive running back in Pierre Thomas. I mean, I asked him. I said, do you expect to be more of a running team? And he said, we expect to be more balanced. He said, it's a great opportunity to become more balanced. He thinks he's in a very unique and fortunate spot because he can kind of say, well, if the passing game's not going so well, let's go to the running game and mix it up and keep defenses off bay. So he didn't really give me a straight answer if he was going to be more of a lean more towards the running game or lean more towards the passing game, but he did say that he thinks that he'll be more balanced and he'll be able to use both the running game and both the passing game efficiently. I asked him because we all know that Reggie Bush was more of a wide receiver than a running back. He wasn't the type of guy that run between the hatches. So I asked him, "Are you going to use Darren Sproles in the similar light?" Pardon me. And he said, "I mean, are you going to use him more as a wide receiver? More of a hatchback screen type of wide receiver, or are you going to use him more as a running back?" He said he's a running back and he's a kick returner and a punt returner. So there it is. He did say that one pretty decisively. So I don't know. And I did ask, for the sake of asking, I said, Jeff Fisher signed with the Chargers. So Norv Turner and some other good coaches out there. Marty Schottenheimer, I think, is still out there. I mean, there's some good coaches. But I have to ask, are you happy with Sean Payton? I mean, he kind of came on the map. Everyone was kind of hot about him after he won the Super Bowl. But then he didn't really do too hot last season in some Saints eyes. So are you guys happy with him? And the new owner, Stock, says, "Oh yeah, we're pleased. He's a good coach because we're always looking to improve and it's a great opportunity to improve if that comes about, but he seemed more than happy with him. He told me about a linebacker in camp that could do some big things. He thinks he could surprise some people. I think his name was maybe it was a defensive end. My bad. Cam, I think was his first name. I apologize if I got that wrong, but he's excited about a defensive end who could do some things. He's a great pass rusher. You know, the same. He also said this. He also said. He also said that shit. He expects a good season. Sorry. He expects a good season. Who that nation? You know, he thinks he can make a Super Bowl run with the type of team he's got, and you know, I don't doubt him. He's got a good team. He did say the team still rides on Drew Brees' shoulders, so that's important. I mean, so I think I nailed all the questions as far as I can remember. He did say I think a defensive end is disappointing him. Oh, disappointments. He said Marcus Colston's a little not in so much shape as he would have liked, but he thinks if they can get Marcus Colston back to back to prime shape with a lockout, that he could do dangerous things. Let me tell you what I think about Stocks now. Stocks answered my questions very politically. Do I think he's going to miss Reggie Bush? Yeah, he didn't say it. He said, Darren Sproles, same type of player, he had no resentment. But as a new owner, maybe he didn't. Maybe he doesn't know Reggie Bush. Hell, maybe he doesn't. I mean, he is a new owner. But I think having Reggie Bush, I don't know. I think he would have liked it. I think he kind of answered that question kind of bushly, to be honest. I mean, he answered very politically. I mean, we're in the business of a football league, so obviously you're gonna sugarcoat some things, you're gonna hide some things with some words, and he did very well at that. I asked him if we're gonna be more of a running team with Mark Ingram. He says more of a balanced team, very even keel, not to upset the passing game and Drew Brees, but not to upset that running game. He's very methodical in his answers, which if he scouts and he plays like I think he can, he's gonna be a Super Bowl quality team, like you mentioned. I have no doubts about that. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing, and Who That Nation has some good players. I mean, let's run through the team really quick. I mean, they got good running backs. They got a great quarterback. I mean, if he doesn't get injured, then well, there's some trouble. But so are the Colts. I mean, so are the Colts. You could say maybe the Steelers would be in trouble without it. But I would say the Ravens. I mean, there's a lot of teams where if they lose their starting quarterback, so you can't say that. But they got the running game, they got the passing game, the wide receiver core. I mean, with Sean Payton being so creative and so mastermindy like he is with the passing game, I have no doubts. Marcus Colston, he's a big threat. Like Stock says, if he can get him in shape and playing to his prime, there's no question. Let's see, tight end. I think they have Billy Graham from Miami, who's a really promising kid, so no worries there. Their offensive line is still good. Their defense, they added Sean Rogers. I don't know if people realize they added Sean Rogers, so that he might be older, but he's a big boy. He'll eat up the middle there, which is important because you never know and then you got the defense is still good. I mean, there's weak spots on the defense, but come on, there's weak spots on every team. So, something I didn't get to with him that I probably should have is the fact that is the fact that, let's see. The division is kind of tough. I probably should have talked about that, but Stocks is such a smart guy. He's not gonna answer any silly questions. I tried to get him with the Reggie Bush question. He didn't fall for that, so I don't think he would have fell for it. Hey fellas, the Chargers is coming up next, and I'm looking to get the Packers next. If anyone is ready to do an interview, listen to me now. If anyone is ready to do an interview, because I don't know, I can't always be on. You guys want this as a cool feature? That's fine, cool, I'll do it. But you gotta let me know what time. Send me a little message, a private message, nothing on the chat. I mean, that's kind of hard. If I'm on the chat, cool, we can talk about it. But send me a private message and with the time that you can do it. 2 times, please. Let's do it 2 times so that way I have some alternatives in case I can't make it. Like Manny, we were supposed to do a time for his Packers the other day, but I got extremely busy and I couldn't even get on to tell him that I could not do it today. So give me 2 times because I'm a busy guy too, but I'll try to do it within those 2 times. Eastern time, fellas. So do the math for me, will you? Eastern time, please. All right. Peace out, fellas. That's the Saints. Who that, nation?